Okay, so first things first, just going to come down to seated here with feet out in front. And then like we've done before, we're just going to push toes away and towards, push them away, pull them towards, as you feel a stretch down the front of the ankle sort of area on the push, and in the calf on the pull. Good. And then we're going to go side to side, windscreen wipers. Movement coming from the ankles, not from the knees. Side to side. And then we're going to join those together and we're going to do circles. Again, movement coming from the ankles, not coming from the knees. And change direction. Okay, good. And then for 10 reps, we're going to pull knee into the chest. 10 reps total, so that'll be 5 on each side. Lovely. And we're going to put our hands back behind, bring our knees up, knees and ankles together, and we're just going to start twisting side to side in that movement there. Start, as you get warmer, start extending that range so you go a little bit further. And then when we've done this, we're going to go into 60 seconds of 90-90s. So again, that's feet, legs over here in two 90-degree angles, then working across to the other side, working between those. So we'll get started on those in 10 seconds, working from side to side, trying to push that range. So 3, 2, 1, over, trying to get a bit of weight over that front knee and coming through to the other side. No need to rush through it. Okay, good. So we're warming the hips, we're mobilising the glutes. Just keep working through, trying to get a bit lower on each time as we get a bit warmer. We've got about 15 seconds left here, and once that's done, we're going to flip over onto our hands and knees. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're coming over onto hands and knees. From here, we're going to go into 10 bird dogs, and we're going to alternate the sides. So it's going to be right arm, left leg, out to straight, left arm, right leg, out to straight, working through 10 reps. There. When you've done that, we're going to come into our 4-point rotations, and we're going to do 10 on each side. So that's hands and knees on all fours, top position looking and pointing towards the ceiling, bottom position under here. I'm going to go for 10 of those on each side. When you've done your 10 sort of sides, looking to get those shoulders, upper back nice and open. Okay, excellent. And from there, we've got one that's going to get us fairly warm, so we're going to go for 10 reps in total of the bear flow. So we're going to be in this hands and knees position. We're going to push up onto our toes, so our knees are just off the floor. And from there, I'm going to take my right hand off the floor. I'm going to swivel slightly and come out to the side here. Hand off the floor, kick to the opposite side. So we're kicking towards the side where the hands come off the floor. Nice and smooth, flowing through. 7, 8, 9, 10. As a challenging one for the beginning of the session. And then we're going to move into the squat variation, which is going to warm our hamstrings and our quads. So we're going to be standing, we're going to come over into a Romanian deadlift, so tension on the hamstrings. When we get to that point there, we're going to tuck our bum under and come into a squat. And we're going to do 10 of these as well. Over into the deadlift, down into the squat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely, good stuff. Then tuck your bum under into the squat. That's it. And we're going to come into 3 press-ups to pike. So if we're doing those knee press-ups, that'll be down, chest down to the floor, pushing up. When we get to the top, knees come off, up into that nice pike position, knees down again. Okay, excellent. When they're done, we're going to go back into 60 seconds of 90-90s. But this time we're going to add in a little bit of rotation. So as we come over, this back foot, knee stays planted into the floor, and we're going to lift the foot here. So it's that movement. So we're coming over, lift, over to the other side, lift, as we go through for 60 seconds, okay? So we're going to start that in 5, 3, 2, 1. Same as before, and then just lift that foot and just keep going through there. That's good, just under 30 seconds left. Then grab a drink and I'll explain what we're going to move on to next. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so we've got something a little bit different for the next 10 minutes. We're going to work through 2 movements, cat-cow and stretching our quads. So we're going to do 10 minutes, or just under 10 minutes, of 25 seconds of cat-cows, a 5-second to allow us to move on to quads, and then we're going to do 30 seconds of quad stretch, so every minute it's going to change. The cat-cow, I want you to, is this movement, where we're looking down towards the knees, driving that spine up towards the ceiling, and then breathing out, driving the belly button down towards the floor, and looking up. Now what we want to think about when we're doing this cat-cow is, rather than just going through the motion, we're going to think of the spine with all the sections, doing one at a time as the spine comes up, rather than just like blocks together. So like one at a time, one speaks to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, as we come up into that position. So we'll do 25 seconds of that, 5 seconds just to get up into our quad stretch. We're going to do right leg, 30 seconds, go back into our cat-cows, and come back up to the left leg, and we'll go through that a number of times. Okay? So ready to do those cat cows. We're going to start in 2, 1, let's go. So 25 seconds here, really driving up into the ceiling and getting as much length as we can out of that spine in the up position and in the down position. Okay, get ready to stand up in 2, 1, okay, we're standing. We're going to go into that quad stretch now for 30 seconds. And the idea here is if we do this for say 6 to 8 minutes, then we'll amass quite a lot of time spent in the cat-cow and in the quad stretch. Alright, good. Okay, so ready to go back down to those cat-cows then, in 3, 2, 1. Remember which leg you're stretching, we're going to do the other one after. So back down to those cat-cows, driving up. Okay, and then back into the quad stretch, other side this time. So for me that's the left this now. Stretching those quads. Those poor old quads. Okay, realised I'm stretching with the hand that the watch is on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, back down to the floor then for the cat-cows. When we're pushing the belly button down towards the floor, really try and get as much bend and look as high as you can with your head so the neck's getting stretched back. Okay, good. Back into the quad stretch. The first leg again now, which for me is the right. Okay, lovely. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, back down into the cat-cow. This will be the last round now. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and then the last quad stretch on that second leg. Okay, grab a drink once this is over, then we're going to move on to some hamstring mobility and stretching as well. Okay, so ready to release this stretch then in 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release. Okay. So we're going to come down to the floor. From here, we're going to work on hamstrings. So we're going to start in this position, literally just doing some trunk rotations. Okay, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there then, hands down to the floor in front. And we're going to start walking those fingers forward until we get into a good stretch position. When we're there, we're just going to pause for a couple of breaths and then bring your hands back in again. Okay, we're going to go back out again. Same again, so we're going to pause for a couple of breaths. And back in again. And we're going to go out again. Pause. And in. We've got 2 more to go. We might be noticing we're getting ever so slightly further on each stretch. Pausing. And in. Final one now. Forwards. Pausing. And in. Alright. So next, we're going to stay in this position here with both legs being stretched at the same time, and we're going to hold them for 2 minutes in a stretch. So you've got options. You can either go hands out towards ankles, holding on there, or calves or toes, wherever you can get to, or you can put your hands down on the floor in front of you. Either way, you'll get a good stretch through the hamstrings. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and we're going to stretch 2 minutes. So let's get settled in. Let's think about relaxing those knees, allowing us to get a good stretch. Relax those knees. Okay, that's 1 minute gone. If you can push that stretch a little bit further, that would be great. But if not, let's just hang in here then for the next 55 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release the stretch. Oh, okay, that's good. So we're going to move on to shoulders now. So we're going to need our very light dumbbell eventually. But first, we're going to keep things quite simple. And we're going to go in for 20 Cuban rotations. So what that looks like is hands up like this. And then it's going to be movement from the elbow on the shoulder, over like that, no rush. And we go for 20 of those. All the little muscles in the back of the shoulder. Okay, I think that's about 20 for me. And then we're going to move on to the side lying archer, which hopefully this is a good enough angle. We're laying on our side here, one hand, hands on top of each other. The top hand is going to push further away, and then from there it's going to pull until the arm can't come back any further without bending. At that point then it's going to rotate over the top to the floor. So palms on top of each other, top arm pushes and then pulls. When it can't pull back any further without bending, open up. And we're going to do 6 of those on each side. you've done your 6, change sides. Excellent. Then we're going to need our dumbbell. We're going to hold it here with a 90-degree angle between the upper arm and the lower arm. We're going to maintain this angle as we come up to here and over to there. So 90-degree angle there, 90-degree angle there, 90-degree angle there. And we're going to do 6 of those. You want a nice light weight for this. This is a 5. I wouldn't want to do any more than 5 reps with it. We're going to try and stop or keep our trunk of our body fairly still, so we're not coming up into this extended position as we come over. Once you've done your 5, change sides. Good stuff.